with this whole redistricting thing, I say, do it now. Just do it, right?
But
Because
why
if
wait for them?
if we wait for them, if like Trump has already said, we're going to do it. Newsom said, don't do it. And he was like, you're not the boss of me. I'm a dude. You know who I am. So
the Democratic states can't really redistrict anything because they're pretty much Democrat. Like they hold the majority of the state anyway.
But here in California, it's a little, because you got a lot of red here. You have a lot of red here.
There is a lot of red in California.
He can redistrict. He can do some redistricting in Orange County. There's some counties down there that would be impacted. If San Diego County would be impacted, LA, Orange County would be
pretty blue too. I know there's some red in New York, but it's pretty blue.
I mean, it would definitely impact some of these areas. And again, it's time to stop. Sometimes when you're just waiting for them to get punch drunk and counterpunch, you got to open one eye and take a shot.
Right. And I think this would send a message to the people that are calling for proactive action. Just do it. Like I'm for like that blue wall. I'm for rebuilding that blue wall district by district, brick by brick, right? Get a coalition of the blue wall states and be like, listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to redistrict. We're not going to wait and see what he does in Texas, because that's going to accomplish two things as I see it. It's going to show the Democrats, okay, they're not just sitting on their hands, and they are going to hate that so much. They're going to make gerrymandering illegal.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's when we do something, right? How we get those first gun laws. Right?
Okay.
Black folks had guns.
That's what and see, what you just said is exactly what I think needs to happen. I think that needs to be the approach. And I always go back. So you guys like the movie Few Good Men?
Love
love it.
Know every line of dialogue.
I always call it, I want to code red people. I want to make them come out the side of themselves and admit the thing that they're trying not to admit because they're so enraged because of their narcissism that they just admit it real time. Right. And I think that because the things we're talking about are so egregious that I think you can get people there. Donald Trump has done it 3 times that I've counted about this Epstein stuff. He's talking so much. When people ask him a question, he's admitted in real time that he's complicit as fuck.
Did you hear the latest where he admitted Virginia Guthrie worked in his spa?
Yes.
And Epstein stole her from him?
Now,
how are you going to remember that from 25 years ago? Well, and she's one of the probably most famous of the Epstein victims, right?
Yes.
And you're saying when she was 16, you hired her for your spa. What was she doing working in your spa at 16? And that Epstein stole her from you, and you were pissed. Right? And it pissed him off enough to split up their friendship.
Yes. And he also admitted, because they said, you know, it's what the person that asked the question said it was well known that Epstein likes young, right? And Trump admitted that she was young in that same interview. And I'm going, yeah, he just literally, he said it out loud. He literally said it out loud. He wasn't bombastic about it, but he said it. So and he has a tendency to do that. I don't care about MAGA and their cult in their cult. I don't, because you're not going to change their minds anyway.
Right.
You're not. I was literally on a live before I came onto this, came here, and I'm listening to people say, was he convicted? And how come he hadn't been convicted when he's got allegations that go back to the 70s? And my answer to that is always consistent. Number one, he didn't have to be convicted to vote for the behavior. And if you're a parent, then you're telling me that resume, that body of work that you know about him from the 70s when it comes to sexual allegations, all of these allegations you're okay with. And you're okay with it if it pertained to your family. Now, when I've had that conversation this week with about 5 men, they've all gotten belligerent. Don't fucking bring my family in this conversation. I'm like, wait a minute.
They jump to the defensive real quick when it's true.
If you're offended that I am giving you an analogy that uses your child, and it's just an analogy, but you're not moved that there are allegations of him that's been back to the 70s. He said he had the pageant for access, right, to these women or young women.
Well, to be clear, let's be clear with our words. He had access because he had the pageant.
Correct. He had access to them, and that was, and so in that interview he had when he said, I mean, I have access. I can do that. I'm
the owner of the pageant. I'm inspecting
I'm the owner of the pageant, right? I can have access to them as if they are a commodity.
Or property, they're his products,
right. And so for me, when we have these conversations, that's why I told you I'm a little spicy, because this topic, I will never relent on this topic. That's why, I'll tell people, do not start on this conversation with me if you do not want to see a different person, because any excuse of his behavior and looking the other way, and I told you guys before, and I'm going to say this again. That's how, if you want to ask me how I believe, and I'll say this and I'll stand on this, that this country that was built on this white ideology and whiteness and supremacy don't care about women or children of any color, including their own, we don't have to look any further than this. We don't have to look any further than this. We don't have to look any further than the floods. There's things that have happened in real time that you can't explain away, because the reason why you didn't care was for this ideology. It's not about the children. It's not about women. And when they try to say, well, we wasn't convicted, so now we're saying we don't believe women. This is why women don't report the things that happen to them, because they know you motherfuckers. Here I go. It's like they know how you think. That's why they don't say the thing out loud. And then the ones that do, then men are saying you can't believe all women. But you wouldn't say that if your daughter came to you and told that shit to you.
Right. And
but
then they've got women that do the same thing. Like they're backing up. Like, I know women who have, they've said things because their man wouldn't do X, Y, or Z, or because they were mad. And it's like, you're not.
Well, and you know what?
Either.
Again, so they're pointing out the anomalies. They're pointing out, what is it, 7%? Is it like 7 or 8% of all reports of sexual allegation are unfounded? Like it's 7 or 8%. So they're focused on the 7 or 8%,
super low.
But the 90+%. And then when I ask, and I'll ask you, you have sisters, Phantom?
One.
You got one sister. If your sister came to you and told you that somebody did something, would you say, well, has he been convicted?
What did you do?
What did you do?
What were you wearing?
What was you wearing? Yeah.
I have not had a man push back when I ask the question that way. Not once. They get pissed, but they don't push back, because if they push back when it's about their family, it says even more about them, especially publicly. So how can you obfuscate your own morality for the people in your life, for the ones that are outside of your life, to be, because all they did, let's be honest, they empowered more harm and cruelty to women by electing him.
Oh yeah.
You got Lawrence Taylor. Part of this youth fitness program. He's a convicted child offender.
He didn't even know why he got tapped. He was like, I'm not sure.
He didn't even know. But you know what they should have known?
Did they got the right guy?
Yeah, exactly. And so this is what I'm talking about. They tapped him for a role that legally he couldn't be a janitor at a fucking school.
Nope.
Sure couldn't.
But this is what I'm talking about. This is not just about Trump. It's about everyone around him not going, hey, you might not want to, you might not want to have Lawrence Taylor, but they get, and then do I believe that they picked him out purposefully? Absolutely, I do.
Oh, he's a fall guy for real. That's
Absolutely. But again, they don't care about women. You've got allegations all around you. You got 100 proof Pete. That's what I call it. You got 100 proof. You got 100 proof Pete over here, and you got Robert Morris, Trump's former financial spiritual advisor. Didn't he? Because did he get convicted, or did he take a plea deal recently?
I don't know where we stand on that.
But I mean, we can keep going down
the WWE chick, his
Mhm.
secretary of
Linda McMahon.
Yeah.
Linda McMahon.
Education.
Yep.
I mean, we can just keep going on and on with unethical. And here's the thing, and I mentioned it on Danny's live the other day. At our jobs, I know at my job, I had an ethics clause. Most jobs have an ethics clause. There's a way that they expect you to act and conduct yourself. You hear anybody ever talking about that? Everybody that's in Congress or the Senate signed it. The president and the whole administration, they signed it. It's there.
They did.
I think the last time they enacted that damn ethics clause was when they got rid of Frankel.
Yeah.
Yep, Al Franken. Yeah.
Franken,
right.
yeah.
Exactly. And but now it's a free for all. They don't care.